Like and subscribe. I'm sorry if the mic is giving a little issues, guys. Let me just fix it right now. 1 sec. Is it better? Let me know. Big up to how you doing, guys. Big up to everyone in the building. I hope you're having a great morning, great start to your day. You know what it is. Your boy is here. Sorry I'm late, but it's the Trinitax. I have to admit, I'm sorry. But let's get right into the topics. Let's not delay anymore. You know what I mean? Lots of breaking reports coming out. Interesting news. As you know, Marcus Rashford's agent is in Milan. Negotiations are underway, but that's not the only club of interest, guys. There's multiple clubs interested, and West Ham is also joining this race, asking to be kept informed on the situation with Marcus Rashford. There's some interesting developments as well. Ethan Williams, young academy talent, left wing, right wing. He can also play the wing back role. Going out on loan as many clubs from Europe and the EPL circle around him. PSG, difficulty in the situation in dealing with Nuno Mendes as financial constraints hinder Manchester United's progress in making a deal. Also, interest coming in for the likes of Garnacho from PSG as well, and possible competition from Man United for Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, as the swap deal is currently being negotiated with Napoli as execs are meeting with Manchester United today. Don't know if it's going to happen, guys, but let's touch on the stories. I'll bring it up to you so you can see what I'm talking about. And first, let's start with Ethan Williams, the young talent, of course, plays in the under-21s and the under-18s. Great on the ball, very quick, good dribbling ability and good finishing ability. Of course, he's in the youth. He needs that experience. I think he needs to step up. I think he needs a loan. I think it's good business. Now, if United decides to sell some of these talents, guys, hopefully they don't sell all of them, because we definitely could use some of them develop coming back into this team to help not only with PSR, but to fulfill, that United dream. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this deal as it progresses. Leyton Orient is in for him. There's a few other clubs as well. Borussia Dortmund is also hovering. They're interested in Rashford as well. There's another German club, I believe it's Hoffenheim, interested as well as other championship clubs. Now, that's going to be interesting. We'll leave that for more concrete reports coming in. But right now, the most important thing is this guy. Financial constraints, guys. As you know, PSR has been a hurdle for Manchester United over the last couple of weeks. And it's a situation where it's probably taking United out of pursuit for the PSG left back Nuno Mendes. And it's because he's valued at 60 million euros. And it's saying United can't afford to do that in the January without any sales. Guys, this is very concerning. This is what I have to say, to be honest. And it's really ridiculous, that we have to be in this situation where we can't even afford to fulfill the role of a player to balance the team that we've been expecting for over a year now. It's insane. One of the most key players in our team that has been missing since Ineos took over, we have not fulfilled. They had two windows already, not with Ruben, but they already had two. It's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. While we intend to, loan or shop some of our young talent, where is the urgency to balance the defense, guys? Anyway, moving on, West Ham United have asked to be kept informed on the transfer situation of Marcus Rashford as they explore the options of a swoop for the player. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Of course, I would not like to see him play for West Ham. Of course, I would love to receive somewhere in the region of 40 to 50 million pounds. So whoever is paying the money, guys, I'm realistically going to take it, to be honest, if it was me. But also, we know there's deals with AC Milan as his brother and agent is there. Currently, negotiations are ongoing. AC Milan are not really keen on fulfilling his entire wages. United might have to chip in. Or will Marcus Rashford take a wage cut to make a move away from the club? These are some of the questions and interesting points that we should be discussing coming up. United have been reported to be offering Napoli to swap Marcus Rashford for the likes of Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comments. Very interesting player. The Georgian had a brilliant Euros. Of course, his first season at Napoli was amazing. Second season was okay. This season, he's back in form. How is this going to work? Will Napoli be open to this move? Who knows, guys? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, Atletico and PSG established concrete interest in 50 million United star who's frustrated with under Amorim currently. And yes, I'm talking about Alejandro Garnacho, guys. And this is the interesting news right now. I'm about to drop the link. Get into the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. What are your thoughts on how you feel about these things? Let's get into it, guys. Big up to all of you. And the link is there. I just have to pin it again. Let me pin the link, guys. Let me pin the link. But the link is in the chat. Come in. Have your say. It's the Midday Man United Call-In Show with Mark N. Big up to everyone joining. And don't forget to smash a like. And if you haven't, subscribe. Big up to you guys. You know what I mean? So let's check the comments, see what you guys are thinking. See, guys are pulling up already. Big up to Danny B in the building. Royden Frost is saying, now we have appointed a new director of recruitment. Are you talking about the same guy I was talking about? Big up to Frankie in the building. Glory, glory. Man United, big up, my brother. Hope you're well. Let's get in. Big up to Drex in the building as well. And big up to Stephanie Griffith. Royden, what are you saying, bro? Lots of interesting news.
Hey, what's up? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Mark, you need to get yourself one of these. You need to get yourself one of these.
I'll check it out when I go there. You know what I mean? I'll be there on the 23rd. Let's see if they got more of those things there. You know what I mean? But right now,
Mark,
I'm feeling like I need to
I want to ask you
not purchasing too much stuff from United right now because, you know, it's not looking good.
And you can put it forward to everybody else. What would you take? Kvaratskhelia or 40 million for Rashford from West Ham?
40 million pounds sound real nice to me, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, to be honest, bro, if the Napoli is interested in the swap, I'd have it. I'd have it, bro. That's me.
Me too.
But if not,
I'll take it.
40 million. Can't deal with cold hard cash, you know, you can't refuse it.
Yeah, I'll take it too. You know, there's a new director of, apparently we've appointed a new director of recruitment. I just saw it now on X, on the United stand. They put there's a new director. They didn't say who, so obviously I'll watch the show later to see who it is. But I'm hoping it's Favel. I like Favel, and I think Favel is one of the positives that we have in the club at the moment.
Interesting. See Pav coming in saying some. Let me bring Pav in for a little bit of, you know, bye. Because Pav saying PSG looking to swap screener and money for Kvaratskhelia. I don't think, you know.
Bro, Fabrizio's just said it. Fabrizio said that they're in direct contact, PSG and Napoli, and PSG have offered Skriniar for a swap deal for Kvara. But if anything, if Napoli listen, you've got two ex-United players in Lukaku and McTominay here, and look at what they're doing for you. So maybe Rashford the other way. You know what I mean? Make it a trio. Might win you the league, innit?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean,
but there is another reporter that I've just seen. Yeah, I've never seen his name before, but one of the.
Pav?
I think he's cut off there.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
You'll be back shortly.
I've seen a couple of reports as well that but Mark, don't you think maybe that Man United going in for Kvaratskhelia is maybe a tactic by Ineos to try and put pressure on PSG for one of the PSG deals for Mendes or for Muani?
Pav probably got a call. I don't know. It might be interesting. You see, the thing is for me, bro, like, I don't think Muani that important. He's, in my opinion, he's not even better than Højlund. So I don't see the necessity. Now, there's a possibility he can come in and improve us. I will not say no to that. He could come in and have an amazing time. Oh,
There's a big chance.
Pab,
There's a
wasn't he
big
in
chance
your-
we're not going to get left.
I was just looking for the journo's name. So the guy works for L'Equipe, innit? He's called
L'Equipe.
Tan.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll pull it up and see if I can find it on X, bro. One sec.
Yeah,
So
see
yeah,
quickly.
Centre United, is it Centre United or one of them? Centre Devils just
Okay.
co-tweeted it and said,
Yeah, he looks like he's got something there with maybe some connection issues.
think it'll probably end up being PSG, because if Fabrizio is coming out saying that it could happen, so yeah.
Pav, I just said to Mark, don't you perhaps think it's maybe Ineos trying to put pressure on PSG by going for cover to like do the deal with Moani or Mendes?
Again, we shouldn't be getting Moani no matter what. That guy's just
but I mean,
go to Tottenham,
Nuno
because
Mendes,
he'll be the Timo Werner. He'll be the new Timo Werner
Correct.
to wherever he goes. And the Mendes thing, I don't think the club can do. They have to wait for this financial year to finish to register any more players, I believe. Even if they get people out now on loan, I think it's normally some point in June, the end of June or mid-July, is when most clubs start doing deals. And it's normally because it's into the new financial thing on the books or whatever it is, and I don't know the actual term, but I know this because I listened to a lot of Kieran Maguire, and he's like one of the leading financial specialists in football. He was on the case against Man City in it and all the charges, so he's someone who knows a shit lot of finance in football. So he's the only person I really ever listen to when it comes to like football finances, isn't it? But I think that's why the club ain't doing it. But again, this is why we're in such a mess. Like, we're going to end up leaving this manager with no help, no support. It's mad. But I don't even know if we can afford loan deals. Like, unless like PSG want to give us Mendes on loan for like a minimal loan fee for 6 months. What are you saying? Like $2 million loan fee, if we can afford that? PSG pay like 60% of his wages, or 50-50. Can we even afford that? I don't even know what the guy is on. But PSG are probably like, since they got Mbappe off the books, but I think they still owe him money, I believe. But since they got like some of the big earners off the books, you got your Messi's off the books, the Neymar's off your books, the Mbappe's off your books. They got money to spend. But I'm surprised if Kvara goes there. That's a downgrade. It's like one of the biggest downgrades you can go to, because that league is so dead. There's nothing there. Even like some of the top ballers now, saying that the Saudi league is bigger than the League One.
Yeah,
I wouldn't dispute that, bro.
too.
To be honest, I mean, don't get me wrong. Mason doing well in Marseille, but it don't really have that much competition in France.
No,
There's like
that league is absolutely dead. Do you see like how long it took them to like the very last week before the new season started to get like a TV sponsor, like the TV rights to be done, because Mbappe left, they had nothing left. There was no one willing to pay money to sponsor do the TV rights and all that and the sponsorships. So they were struggling. That's why there were certain clubs there trying to sell their assets. And again, PSG got money for us for Agati and that, but I'd just love to have a left back, because we ain't had one for like 2 years, and we need to.
Bro.
If we can ship off Malacia or something on loan, because that guy needs to go play somewhere where it's not physical. He needs to get his rhythm back. He needs to do something, and him being in a league where it could potentially set him back even more because of the physicality and the pace. It's pointless him being here. Go somewhere, and even a Dutch league or somewhere, man. Just go do
something. Send him to France, bro. One thing I could say about the defenders that come out of France is that they could defend. French defending in France. If it's one thing I could say is that across all leagues, when you see defenders come out of France, they do well. So maybe we could send him there on loan.
I mean, France have got some good defenders. Saliba is one. He's also a beast that's come through there. But I also read somewhere today that apparently United are not looking at Nuno Mendes for January, only for summer, because apparently they're not focusing on left wing back.
Yeah, but we made our bid.
For January.
We made our bid at the first day of the window for Nuno Mendes.
The club have to. The club have to. Like I said, loan signings. I say you have to do something to help this manager. What are you going to do? Struggle?
Exactly.
But if there's a chance, if there's a chance that Amram can get these players to go on a run, but then you need some support in doing it because you're still in the Europa League. But I already said I believe in the manager, but I don't believe in these players, innit? So that's where it lies. So if you can do something to help this manager, considering that you've been sitting there sacking off people within the club in all aspects, no matter what bandwidth they're in on their salary, like it don't matter what you've been doing. And obviously, if Rashford goes, you're saving possibly half of his money. So that's 175 a week you're probably saving.
And Casemiro as well. I
don't think Casemiro goes. I think the whole Saudi thing's a load of rubbish. I don't think he goes until the summer. But you can bring in a left back on loan or something. We need something. And a lot of these left backs out there aren't on ridiculous wages. I don't know what left back on this planet is on high wages. Mendes probably even
this guy from Girona, they want 30 million euros, bro. That's 21 million pounds. 21 or 20. Let's say at max 24 million pounds, bro.
Even what Box is saying there, Alvaro Fernandez talk gone quiet. It's because we have to pay the buyout clause and the buyback clause, and you have to pay it in full. You have to pay it in full. It's not, and it's not done in installments. It'll be paid in full. So we can't afford to do that one either.
100.
Yeah. I also read today.
Yeah, go on.
I read today that apparently Eriksen could also go. There's a good chance to go. Romano also reported that Eriksen could also be on the way out in January. So let's see if Eriksen goes and we can get Anthony gone, because I think Anthony, this Real Betis thing with Anthony could still happen. But let's wait and see.
They're not gonna profit United either way, bro. We're gonna probably have to pay some of his wages. No, but here the thing: we're gonna send him to Betis, pay some of his wages. It's not gonna be a positive unless we just send him there to get back into form and try to raise his value for the summer. Because Betis not going to offer us more than 35 million euros for him. Betis is a small
will make a loss.
Can't afford that kind of signing, and we certainly can't afford to lose 60 million on Anthony right now. Because that would finish our transfer hopes of the summer, bro. Finish it, trust me. So things like Eriksen hopefully could get a move out in this January. Might offer us the ability to get a loan in. I think that would be really good. But most important, we need a left back. And while I like Nuno Mendes, I like his profile, we need someone now. And bro, that guy at Girona, Miguel Gutierrez, bro, he ain't no small fry. He's a good player. Very, very good. Everybody was talking about him for the whole of the summer. And now they only want 30 million euros, bro. That's no money.
How much do Bournemouth want for Kirkes?
60 million pounds.
60. I would say they can hit the road.
But
the thing the thing is, we have to pay that money for a competent striker. Like this whole thing, Xerxes, Rasmus stuff, unknown strikers, they ain't gonna work. We need to start buying some known players because we can't just sit here and rely on that every player that comes in, wait for them to start performing. You have to bring some players who are already doing it now, because it doesn't work like that. You can't do it. Like expected a whole 90% of your team, hopefully gradually 2 to 3 years time, to start doing bits for your team. You can't do that, especially the size of United. What are you going to do? Sitting around Conference League positions for the next 2 to 3 years? Because if you haven't got players who are contributing now, then the players that are here, that they're just going to fall off as well. People stop trying. Because what are you doing? Spending 2 to 3 years getting slept left, right, and centre by other teams.
That's the thing. Now,
some of these players are looking to move on.
Yeah, exactly. And the next thing is for me is like, okay, we in our rebuild, so consistently, I would like us to improve. I hope that we could put in more wins, but the senior players not really stepping up right now in this current moment. So we don't really have that situation where we know where the next win coming from week in, week out. But with deals like Gutierrez, he's a competent player. He's not a player that are saying go and come in and hope he develop. He's a player coming in and I telling you, he could start immediately and you will see an impact. You know what I mean? It's like the Patrick Dorgu guy. Dorgu. Another interesting player. They could bring him in 20 million euros for this guy. And he
What
can
about
start
Diaz
immediately.
Lewis? What about Diaz Lewis?
Who's Diaz Lewis?
Isn't he the DM for Juventus?
Oh, Luis for
Yeah,
Juventus. You're
I
talking
got his
about
name.
not Luis Diaz,
'Cause
bro. He's Brazilian. What's his name? Pav wants this guy, bro. That's the guy you want, Pav.
Who's that?
Yeah, because apparently they say
From
if
from
Casemiro
Aston
goes, they're
Villa.
going to bring him in.
Oh, Douglas Luiz.
Douglas Luiz.
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry,
he's a good
Douglas
midfielder, man.
Luiz.
He was killing it for the last 2 to 3 years at Villa, and I was shocked that not another Premier League team came in for him because he was linked to Man City, but Juve swooped in pretty early, and but it hasn't worked out for him. Again, some players are good look in some leagues, some players will look good in the current league they're in, but it's like when a lot of players come from Serie A, they look pretty terrible in the Premier League. I don't remember many players from Serie A ever making it in the Premier League because they're more suited to the Serie A. It's like that striker that come to West Ham, Scamacca. He was doo-doo, bro. As soon as he went back to the Serie A, man was killing it for them. So maybe Douglas Luiz coming back to the Premier League knows it really well, can play high intensity as well. We should be looking at him on loan because if Juve want Xerxes on loan, do a swap. A loan, you cover Xerxes' wages, we'll cover Douglas Luiz's wages. At least there's bolster up the midfield, helps out Ugarte, Kobe, for rotation. And obviously we're still, where are we in the Europa League? What position?
I think we're
seventh.
sixth. We're sixth at the 7th or 6th, yeah.
And how many games have we got left in the group stages?
We've got two left. We've got two left. We've got two left. We've got two left. So
you got two
we
left.
could end top 4.
Knockouts.
If we win the next game, we will be third. As 4th or 3rd we'll be, because we are one of 3 teams that are undefeated in Europa League.
We really should be doing something for this manager because again, I don't know what other teams are in there other than Tottenham. I don't know what other European giants are in there. And Tottenham ain't a European giant; they're a bunch of losers. But I want to know what other European teams are in there, like the ones that could hurt us.
Lazio's there.
I'm talking about the Spanish teams. Yeah, like you said, Leipzig's in there.
Lazio is there. I don't know if Leipzig's there. Lazio's there. They're not bad. I wouldn't write them off. I wouldn't write them off at all.
I wouldn't write them off, but let's be honest, it's Lazio, bro. They could go either way. They have good games, they have bad games, and this is me respecting Lazio, to be honest. And they are one of the 3 undefeated teams in the league right now. It's Lazio, the team in 2nd place, and Man United that are undefeated. Everybody else have either won or lost. So I think what could be a good situation is see where we go. Once we secure our spot in the final 8, means we'll be one of the 8 seeded teams. The next round we play, the 2nd game will be at home. The 1st game will be away. This is for the teams that seeded. So I think we're in a strong situation to move on to the because the round of 16 is that round where, actually the round of 16 is from 16 teams from 9th to 24
9th to 24
have to play each other in the round of 16, so we don't have to play. And then those teams will join us in the quarterfinals. Yeah. If you understand how it works.
Yeah.
You know what? Talking of Douglas, sorry, mate. Talking of Douglas Luiz, Do you know how much of a disgrace it would be that if someone like Nottingham Forest signed Douglas Luiz on loan and he propels them to the Champions League, yet we sign nobody and then end up in conference or even worse, still end up 10th or below?
Bro,
Yeah,
don't say it like
yeah.
that, no, bro.
But
Because that,
Nottingham Forest are moving.
Nottingham Forest have a lot of financial issues as well because of all them dodgy signings and loan signings they were doing for their safety to stay in the Premier League, and then they've
Yeah.
done that and got UCL.
Well,
It's mad.
I'm not sure who, but Nottingham Forest are also busy trying to sign somebody at the moment. I read today that they're going to try and sign somebody as well to strengthen their push for top. They're going to try and take Liverpool up, but I don't think it's happening. But for me, what I don't know if you guys agree, but I think the two competitions we really need to focus on: the FA Cup and Europa League, so that we've got both covered. So that either way, we either in Europa League or in Champions League next season. You get my drift. So those are
By the way,
those are the,
Romano just tweeted again saying that Kvara's given the green light for PSG, 80 million plus Skriniar.
raw.
80 million. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What a deal.
Wow. What a deal. Okay, so hypothetically speaking,
look at
if
it.
Casemiro does go to Saudi, and then we say we get 25 or 30 million, is that not enough to fund Douglas Luiz?
They wouldn't buy anyone though. They wouldn't buy it. They'd still do the loan thing. I think we should, like, if Saudi did come in, I was hoping that they'd bid like 30 mil or above if we get anything above. But obviously his wages would come down though, and it's like he's on what, 350 a week as well. That would be off the books, but I don't see them spending any money. They'd obviously just do a loan deal for someone.
Yeah, but don't forget he also gets additional bonuses as well, which pushes up to about 450k.
Who's that?
Casemiro with
forget the bonuses,
additional.
bro. Casemiro wages dropped 30% since we out of Champions League, so it's nowhere near 400k right now. Currently, it would not hit that. Not even.
But Mark, what's interesting is that article you posted about Garnacho to PSG and to Atletico. I really wouldn't want to see Garnacho go. It's just my personal opinion.
I mean, like, if PSG comes in, if Atletico comes in, bro, like, realistically, I'll be honest, I don't want to see none of these young players leave. I would like to see all the players who've been at United in the first team before 2021 leave the club immediately.
Do you know what?
Let's say 2020 and beyond, be easy, lenient. But to be fair, if Garnacho goes for 60 million, bro, I'm not going to cry. We need a left back. We need a centre midfielder.
You know what? I think, since like probably November, pre-November I would have said, nah, you can't sell Garnacho. But post-November, I just feel like, bro, he's not even that good.
Pop, it's just, you know what, I think we're underestimating that kid.
Think if the
that kid has got
hit,
such a high ceiling.
The overhead kick, I say, as cemented over a lot of stuff with that kid. And I'm like, bro, he's not even that good. Like, there's wingers out there at his age bracket are probably more effective than him, and for what we need. Because I don't know. I don't think like he's gonna suit Amorim's system, you know.
Well, Nico Williams is out of the picture because he's just asked Arsenal for 300k a week.
Who's that?
Nico Williams.
Brother. I think that's euros, to be fair. I don't think that's pounds, because he earned something like close to 275k a week in euros at Real Betis. So let me see. But for me, for the things with Garnacho, for me, he's a young player that's the traditional type of winger. For him to play that left-hand role, I don't think it really suits him. I wouldn't try him in the left wing back role, because we do know he does track back. He does make some tackling. He's not the best defender, but he does track back and stuff. Cool. On selling Anthony, if we lose, we lose 60 million to Betis. If Betis, the team that want to buy him is Betis, right? I think they're offering 30 million, bro. That's a loss of 60 million. I just wanted, in terms of FFP, And if you want to have hopes of spending 200-300 million in the summer, bro, you don't want to give us a negative FFP of 100 million. Because currently, if we have room to spend 100 million with FFP, 30 million loss on Casemiro and a 60 million loss on Anthony means like a negative 70 million on your FFP and spend, which means you could only spend 20 million or 30 million, depending on what the headroom is right now, which I believe is around 100 or 120 million. Is the interesting things, bro. To be fair, if he goes on loan, cool. Who replaces him? Who replaces Anthony?
Yeah, you see, we have to replace players. If we've got Nacho going, Anthony going, and Rashford, how many wings do we have? We have to bring somebody in. Otherwise, we're going to have problems.
There's a winger, yeah, in the Dutch league. I know it's a Dutch league, but I think he's Belgium.
Are you talking about?
I can't remember his name. Bakayoko. Is it Bakayoko or something?
It's not Bakayoko, is the guy. But I think
Arsenal were interested in him. He's a good
at PSV
up and coming prospect, but a lot of people I think are going to have like PTSD from signing any players from the Dutch league again.
Bro, I don't care. I currently this season, you have 14 games, 5 goals, 1 assist. And that's just in the Dutch league.
By the way, yeah, I don't think Casemiro is a flop signing in its entirety. I think he's a flop either. He's a flop signing financially. That's what I think's happened. But
yeah, his first season he was brilliant. In his first season, he was absolutely. We saw the Casemiro that was at Real Madrid, but I don't know what's happened. In his second season, he's fallen off like beyond belief.
The youth, man, I hate every time people say call up the youth. What are the youth going to do for us? You know, this is a man's sport, yeah.
People don't get it. The youth don't help because they need to learn the 3-4-3 formation first. They're not
I don't think you should. You keep saying
that 3-4-3 thing.
Youngsters into the league playing 3-4-3 right now, bro.
You can't just throw these youngsters into a team that's struggling, especially the intensity of the league. And that it's not like a Spanish league or German league or something where it's not too difficult to like climb up the ranks.
You could break
How many youth players from the Premier League for the big six actually come up at a time? Like, when's the last time someone from Arsenal? Look how long ago it was when Saka come up, and look how long it's been since that new kid's on the scene who's just got injured again for them.
You know, there's the thing.
I mean, look at City. City's got Bob and they've got this Lewis. Those are the two that I think that they've basically brought up, Bob and Lewis. That's it.
And they came over the last 2 seasons.
We should be doing what Chelsea and City do with their youth, and is use them to raise money for PSR. Yeah, like City getting 20 mil for players who have never touched the ball in the Premier League.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you see, at the time, City was winning the league, the league Premier League 2 and the under 18 league.
Who was the guy we talked about the other day, Mark? After you went off air, the defender that we just sold for 10 mil.
Kwambala and
so that's the sort of stuff. That's the sort of stuff we should be doing. Yeah, it's like Kwambala, put a buyback clause in there for like 20 mil if they do good. Like, you know what I mean?
I think we do I think we do have a sell-on clause for Kamwala. I think we have a 40% sell-on clause for Kamwala. If I'm not mistaken,
26%.
26%.
We have
Who's got the 40%? Is it Greenwood? Greenwood's got the 40%.
About 40% sell-on.
So that's what I mean. Either put a sell-on clause in them, yeah. Put a sell-on clause, put buyback clauses, and then if they do good wherever they go, bring them back. And if they work for us, they work for us. But we should be selling the likes of like Collier, Dangor, the ones who ain't gonna probably make it, who could become like, I don't know.
Actually, Dangor set to be in the first team for some games this second half of the season.
This is what you need to do. You need to give some, like, I get it. So you can give some of the youth players some minutes, yeah, when you're winning and that. Show like other clubs what they can do in it. And then when it comes to the end of the season, yeah, what's the avatar? That's Man United, bro. This has been my avatar for months now. Literally Man United.
Bro, Sam, you, and I'm sure Pav agrees with that as well, but the times...
What's that? Greenwood?
Yeah.
No, bro. You know why I said we should have sold Greenwood. It would have been
No.
this club would have been in a bigger mess if he come back, because it would have just been you would have had obviously
Stories.
yeah, and then you would have had like the supporters groups from the women's side and the team not happy and all that.
Protesting and everything.
I mean, I waiting to see Arsenal supporters and the battered women's trust and all these virtuous signals was out for Greenwood. Come out now. I'm hoping that they come at Arsenal.
Don't say no name. We all know the name who's been floating around on who's
you mean from the CPS? From the CPS charge?
Yeah. So we all know for 2 years now. Yeah, why this guy's still been playing football. But yeah, let's just say allegedly for now, innit? Not state the name.
Allegedly.
We all know the name, but let's not state the name.
Yeah, they say Man United have morals compared to Arsenal.
But I just feel like, right, I would like to see them come out in full strength, full support and solidarity, and keep the same energy, because, bro, this is a grown man and we was dealing with a 19-year-old for 2 years, bro, under consistent strain. And I want to see it.
You might have to delete the music video that you made for that guy as well when he signed, innit? When man like Robbie Lyle was doing the 360 spin that took nearly 365 days to do. Like,
brother,
might have to delete the video, man. Just saying.
True, Arsenal don't care about these allegations. I mean, it have lots of clubs, bro, that don't. Bruh, we're not here to talk about what they care about or what they care about. But I was just saying, comparatively, one energy for one and none for the others don't make sense. Let's not make it all about United. We already have to deal with referees, the PGMOL, and all these other fans who grew up on their knees during their teenage years. It was tough. We feel bad for them, but it's not our fault. You know what I'm saying, guys? So it's one of those things where I feel like we could only, do with what we have. We could only face the teams in front of us. We could only deal with these situations as is. You know what I mean? Of course, we want things to get better. And of course, I would say this. It's been terrible running of this United club for the last decade. I wouldn't even say the last 18 months, because I feel like in the last 18 months, we were trying to recover from the nonsense. Although there was so much nonsense, it would have looked bad. So, and the reason why I say this is because all the youth teams are winning consistently since 2022, season. They start winning. They win that season, they win the next season. They're doing well this season. So we're seeing improvements, not as drastic or maybe as direct as we would like to see. And we need to see more from Ineos, because Ineos brought this manager in here in this situation, right? So like Pav is saying, they must support him. I don't care how we'll do it, They have to give him something.
Especially when you basically put him on the spot and said, you either come now or you don't come at all.
Exactly.
And then you don't back the guy. Like, why should he need to wait till the summer? And why should he need to struggle now between now and the end of the season? So certain people in the fan base can turn on a guy who hasn't been backed.
But you know what? I don't think all the people will turn on him.
Mark, I'll catch you again.
Okay, Pav. Good luck, man. Go well. Yeah, I don't think people will turn on Amram as quickly as they did on Erik Ten Hag, Mark. I think that we can see that Amram is laying down the law. He is changing. He's not tolerating player power at all. So for me, that's one of the positives that I've seen. And also, I like his formation. I like the way that he's implemented his formation, and I like his honesty in press conferences. How he's honest about the plans, and he even said there's gonna be a big storm coming, and we just got to go through the storm.
Bro, Ten Hag said that at the beginning of the season. He said we are not ready to compete this season, and everyone did not understand. It means the same thing. You know why I like Amarim? He says exactly the same things as Ten Hag with different words, but the way he says it, you can understand it. You can translate to what it should mean. It's not like reading in between the lines with Erik Ten Hag. No, concurrently, they are both quality tactical coaches, quality tacticians, and have very good records when they came to United. So, in my honest opinion, there's no way we could not trust them. You know what I mean? Because it's one of those things. It's a situation where Man United must be patient. Fans must be patient. I understand. The want to win is the want to challenge, the want to fight for titles, the want to win games consistently and consecutively, pick up to halftime in the building. You know, it's one of those things. You know, but for right now, we cannot be expecting them to immediately be consistent after this manager only been here for 7 weeks. We need to be patient with it.
Yeah,
now,
I
we
agree.
need signings to improve the team, but yeah.
I would take loans. Like I've said, I would take loans. I would take a couple of loans. Then in the summer, just throw everything we've got into signings.
I wonder what Vegeta thinking, because you know it's one of those things where, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where, for me, there's so many different interesting rumors. I am not a particular fan of loans unless there's a loan with an obligation to buy, because when you loan a player and they perform well and you don't purchase the player, you are lacking that in your team the following next season. So you cannot expect to start the season in the same way that you ended the season, because you're missing players who are contributing while on loan. So while I would like to have a loan, I want a loan with obligation. I want loans with obligations. If we're not buying permanent players, loans with obligations. Because if the players turn into better players than they were at the clubs that we loan them from, then we need to keep them in the squad, because then we are losing value. And this is what happened in Ten Hag first season. At the end of January, we got loans. Those loans contributed to us finishing in third and reaching where we reach. After that season, we didn't keep Khvicha, who I think was doing bits in our midfield and would have improved us. You know, of course, I didn't expect us to keep Weghorst, but I expected us to replace him with an experienced quality striker. You know what I mean? So it's those things. We had a left back on loan. He went. We should have kept him, because Luke Shaw, realistically, he should have been gone 4 years now. Same thing with Marcus Rashford. These guys should have been gone. But the hope that kills is that these guys had shown performances years ago or in moments during seasons that tell you that, hey, they can do something. But realistically, they don't do it consistently. And this is the problem. And this is why we struggle with youths. Because when youths constantly seeing these guys who've been here for a decade, 10 years, Luke Shaw been here 11, Rashford is 10 in the senior team, what do they need to work towards? They don't. Because these two guys, they don't strike you, me, as giving 100% week in, week out for United. These are the Mancunians, you know, the guys who are supposed to know better. And when I say Mancunians, well, I mean, Luke Shaw probably living there for the last decade or 11 years. So, you know what I mean? He's certifiable. He's supposed, these guys play with Cavani, Ronaldo, Rooney, and these guys. And where is the experience from playing with those guys that could lead Man United? You know what I mean? There's none. They strike me as having none.
Sorry. Isn't Lindelof the same though? Hasn't he also been there for quite a while?
Who's that? Lindelof has been there for 9 years. 9 or 8. I think this season is either 8 or 9.
He also falls in those players that, because Mourinho said last year, there are 3 players at the club that were there when I was there that should have been gone long ago. And we know who he was talking about.
Of course, because at the same time, they've been here. Now, realistically, you know, like, I think there are some players who are underperforming now. We shouldn't confuse the thing. A lot of fans, you know, okay, we have players who are not performing consistently going into Erik Ten Hag's, the beginning of Erik Ten Hag's tenure. We should have got rid of them before we got rid of anyone else. And now the players who are underperforming now, we could now get rid of them. You understand how it works? You have to get rid of the worst first, and who's been the worst longest first, before you get rid of the new guys who's being bad. Because Anthony and Casemiro now, I would love to sell Casemiro because it doesn't look like he could fit us going forward. But realistically, Rashford, Lindelof, Luke Shaw, those guys have to leave before Casemiro. Because they've been shit longer. They've been shit for years going into Erik Ten Hag's tenure, for 2 seasons at least going into before Erik Ten Hag came. Those guys were not delivering. Sell them. Now we have what's left. We could work with what's left. Add to that. What's left? Who's becomes the underperformer after 18 months? Sell them. Replace them. And you rebuild the squad until you get a team of players who will perform consistently because they learn and they realize, hey, if I don't give all 190% blood, sweat, tears, I only chomping block. Time is going to be kicked out. So if we don't set this example like Mason Mount, brother, I don't know, but I never wanted this guy. And I will put it, I promise you all, there will be the truth that will come out on Mason Mount. And I'm promising everyone who thought Erik Ten Hag wanted this guy because he scouted him 4 years ago at Vitesse. When you're proven wrong, I apologize. Because I'm telling them, this is a Man United club signing. They wanted this guy to fit that number 7 profile with an Englishman because it hadn't been one for a while. No, I don't want to make it sound like that. I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone. But Mason Mount could never have been signed by this man. When you know the profile he wanted was man like Frankie de Jong and these players, who was going to look at Mason Mount? The brother injury prone the whole season before we buy him for 60 million. Like, who does these deals? You know, you could be mad at Ten Hag, but the stupidity of the board to sanction these deals, come, brother, I feel sick more for them, about them, because a manager, imagine, you have a guy running your company and you have managers under him, and that manager asks for something ridiculous, but the guys who you trust to run your company, give it to him. Bro, fire everybody. Because you know what? They all foolish. Not just Ten Hag. The decision makers above him, bro. For 11 years, we never bought a left-wing winger. Ask me if United is in the right frame of mind operating for the last decade, bro. Marcus Rashford was on the left. We never bought a left winger to date. Tell me when Man United signed a left winger since Rashford was playing in the first team. And let me know if that's how top teams is operate. Vegeta, my brother, big up to you, bro. What's good?
What's up? What's happening, guys?
I feel like I was waiting for you to close the show here, but big up.
Nah, no problem, bro. I heard you wanted my opinion on something, so I decided to join the stream. What's up, buddy? What's happening?
100. I dare, bro, but you know, some of the news coming out, well, of course, we are trying to, you know, there's some reports that United trying to make a swap offer between Rashford and Kvaratskhelia, but apparently PSG just demolished that, according to Fabrizio Romano, when they offered 80 million euros plus Skriniar for the player. So, you know what I mean?
And the swap deal would have been such a cold deal, bro. I don't know how to say the brother's name, but that guy is cold,
Kivra.
bro.
Let's say Kivra.
Yeah, damn, bloody PSG, bro.
Yeah. Brother, as well. This is what's going on when money talks. You know, when money talks.
Yeah, friend.
We used to be like that a few years ago, remember? Oh, they offer 60. United will slap 70, man. Don't worry, don't stress.
Bro, if we actually get this guy, I'll be gassed, you know. People were like happy about Danny Olmo. Why aren't people happy about this one? This is a good deal, bro. Well, you know, not happy, but like a lot of people
Deal if
making
we had
noise
gotten,
with the
it would have been a
Danny.
good deal if we could have gotten a Danny Olmo, bro. We could have, but it's difficult, bro. Right now, it's looking bleak. We need a left back. Reports are
Yeah.
monetary situations is keeping United from making the deal a reality. You know, financial constraints have stalled this deal for Nuno Mendes. So there's another question, you know, another bit for you to add in your final thoughts as you know, as you give your thoughts. You know what I mean?
Cool.
West Ham also interested in Rashford, so £40 million, £50 million, or a swap, optional. You know, we never know what could happen. What are your
Well, if they want to
thoughts?
swap, they can always give us kudos and then we can talk.
I would mind that. You know me, bro, and you know my opinions on Kudos. So I wouldn't pay 70 million for him. But if they tell me swap Rashford for him right now, I would do it.
Hey,
Because
bro.
we need a
Better,
left hand.
exactly, bro. On cheaper wages too, brother. You know what? It's not a bad deal, bro. But either way, it just seems like these guys are on a mission to get rid of Rashford, bro, which is good. Good, bro. Doing the right thing. Get rid of this guy, bro. It's
100.
criminal, bro. This social media football player, bro. Tired of this guy, bro. Get rid of this guy.
Bro, I am just so tired, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, even Joe agree, bro. I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat will agree with that swap deal. And I mean,
bro.
realistically, I'm not going to put it past. If we swap that, you know, a possibility that Rashford will hurt us in our game against West Ham. It might happen.
Bro, it's okay, bro. West
But
Ham
we
got a
okay with
rival,
it.
bro. You know, some people were okay with Rashi going to Arsenal, bro. So West Ham is the least of my problems. If he wants to stay in the league and West Ham is also serious and we can get a Kudus in, why not, bro? Like, there's actually deals on the table if you think about it, bro. Because even if we get him to AC Milan for money, that's also cool. I'm happy with that. It's a favorable position, bro. Like, people actually want Rashford, which is good. We haven't been in a situation like this for a while, bro, where people actually want a player.
I read Kvaratskhelia, but brother, the best 10 the Premier League has ever seen. Anyway, tonight, guys, of course, you know, we're going to be doing the match preview. Just wanted to let you guys know at 8:30 UK, we'll be live. Match preview. Hopefully, Hayden Pro will be in the building. The great one will be there. Maybe Royden will be back and Vegeta. Maybe I'll get Banks, you know,
No,
the
Mark, I won't.
undercover United fan. He probably might.
Wait, what
Mark,
time is
I'm
that
6
in
hours
Germany?
ahead of you. I'm
Oh.
six hours ahead of you.
Brother,
Damn.
it's 9:30. Yeah. Well, anyway,
Bro.
big up. Well, I mean,
Wait,
that's
what time is
same
that in
time
terms
as
of
in
Germany?
Vegeta is 9:45 UK will be the time.
Okay, cause
It would be the conversion time for 8:45 UK.
okay, got you, bro. I'll see.
So
I'll try to make it.
if you guys are around, come in, have your say. You know, we'll be doing the match preview. Man United FA Cup versus Arsenal. Yeah, well, Royden is 6 hours from now. Royden, you know what I mean?
Okay, UK.
That's
So
central.
we're
That's
2 hours
central.
before
See,
2 hours.
Huh?
yeah.
No, I'm just saying South Africa is 2 hours because I remember that you guys are doing daylight savings because usually Germany and South Africa sync up same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we on the same
Isn't South
time.
Africa an hour? Isn't South Africa an hour behind Central Europe?
Not right now. I think right now we are at the
No,
same
Holland
time.
ahead.
What time it is where you are now, Vegeta?
It's 4:30.
Oh, you are an hour ahead. You are an hour ahead.
Yeah, because of the daylight saving, but genuinely you and I are on the same time. Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah, because my
But
mom
the UK
is in Cape Town, so yeah.
is always ahead of me. Always.
Ah,
Whenever it's 8 o'clock here, it's 9 a.m. in the UK. So
okay. So they are ahead of you, yeah. So then I might be because I know I'm 7 hours ahead of Manchester. So 7 hours ahead, and I'm Central Europe. I'm 6 hours ahead at the moment.
Damn. That's a lot of hours. Big
Vegeta
up
in
to you.
South Africa, bro.
Sorry.
No, I was just telling great one Vegeta in South Africa. So guys, you know, we'll be back later on. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. It's been our pleasure to, you know, bring this treat and update to you guys. You know, it's not that interesting a transfer window. Of course, we know Man United have financial constraints. Of course, we could be doing a better job at doing some creative business in the window, but it is what it is, guys. Right now, you know, it's more important for what Ruben Amorim is going to do with the players that he have. He has more time to train. The players have more time to rest as well. So hopefully we'll see more consistent, energetic performances like we saw against Liverpool. I hope. Can only hope. Breaking news, Ahmad to get 90,000. That is not a bad. That is not a bad option. Pay increase till 2099 with a 1-year option. That's 120K a week. Yeah. I mean,
I'm okay with that, bro.
I'm okay. I'm okay
I'm
with
okay
that.
with it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay,
Because
so
then,
I wasn't bad off the rumors though when they said 120.
I think it's actually 90 because if he got 90K and 90,000K increase, I think he was on something like 10,000 or something like that before.
Yeah, he
on
was
no
so
money
low.
before.
He was low.
So maybe with bonuses, the total might be 120. I think the base rate is around 90 because that's what I have been hearing. Which to be fair, bro,
Fair.
I don't mind. Like 60 to 90 around there for a player who signing a contract, like say an Ahmad contract, or he was on 29. Oh, well then 120 it is. That's good. 90K is a 3 times increase. I think they give him something like until 2029 or something like that. If I'm not mistaken.
That's a good deal.
That's a long deal, guys. You know what I mean? That's a long deal that he's on right now. So yeah, look, 2029, 1 year. I thought they didn't have a 1-year option.
Well, he better play like a 90K player, bro. He ain't getting them 29K excuses no more, bro.
Fabrizio Romano said there was no option to extend Freddie Red. So it's whether it's 120K or it's 90K a week, there's no option to extend in that deal. The deal is flat until 2029. That's what Fabrizio Romano said this morning. So yeah, not too sure about the extra year, but yeah. What? Why would you say this?
You getting
great
bro.
one. This is slander, bro.
Trolled, bro.
This is slander. I will never said that, bro. Even as much as I try to keep the hype down on Ahmad, I would not say that, bro.
Mark just pulled the greater thumb back. How dare you? When you saw that statement.
Brother, you see, look at this. Bro, I can't even begin to answer that, bro. But anyway, I feel like it's definite progress. You know what I mean? It's certainly not the 200K that this guy Chris Wheeler trying to say that, you know, Ahmad was demanding. I mean, Menu was demanding. For me, as much as I would say keep the hype down on some of these young talents, bro, when I look at these brothers, they don't see that ungrateful, kind of self-centered, egotistical vibe off of them. You don't get that from these guys. Whether or not they have a little personality or whatnot, you can tell. These guys don't look like that. They look like they love being at the club. You know, the club developing them as well, and they appreciate that. So I think if you offer them a reasonable deal, they will accept it. And if this is the deal,
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Cool. I'm happy. But as long as it
I wouldn't be surprised if Manu gets the same.
Sized.
I'm hoping Manu gets the same.
Still kind of on 120, bro. Too soon, bro. Not even 24.
Nah, bro. I mean, either the same.
Think about it like this, bro. If he's on 120 now, when he hit 24, 26, because that will be 2029, right? Or 25. When you're negotiating a deal, you can't go and sell him 160, bro. Mad.
That's why we shouldn't be giving him the 100K plus stuff, bro. That's why I called out people on KG's channel, bro. Say y'all are crackheads, bro. This is some industry standard. I'm like, guys, we're 13th. What are we doing here, bro? And these kids are kids. What's the trajectory if you're giving them all of this money now? Honestly,
I think 90 is fair. I think 90 is fair for Manu too. 90 is fair for Garner as well. 90 is fair, and then you give them those performance-based bonuses, which makes them work for. So if they want the 120, they need to perform.
Bro, in a real world, I wouldn't pay any of them more than 90K. You know, even this guy.
Even with bonuses.
Even this guy. Yeah, you feel me? I just think, bro, to be honest, we need to also look towards the future when we go and give these guys a brand new contract. You don't want to go from a guy who, okay, let's just, no shade. Just prospectively saying this, it's not the truth, but you don't want to go from a guy scoring less than 20 goals a season or in his first full season on 120K to a guy who scored 25 goals 2 seasons from now, and he asking for 220K or to double his salary. You understand what I'm saying? So, Ahmad, Garnacho, whoever, 60 to 90K, bro, max.
I can agree with that.
No,
60
this
to
is
90,
not their problem, nor their concern. Because let's be really honest, guys. Let's be really honest, right? You don't, when you working with people, but if they tell you their salary, you can't go to the boss and say, bro, this guy working on this salary. I working here longer, I should be on more. You understand? You can go and say that to the boss, but if the work that you doing does not quantify in equivalence to that guy, how could you expect to be paid as much? You understand?
But another thing with the contract stuff, I feel like people forget that a CV is a thing, because even in the real world, you can't as an intern pull through and say, yo, why is the guy, the senior tech guy, getting more money than me? He's got a CV that demands that, bro. You actually still have to be somebody in the game to also command those prices. I think because people can say, oh, Cass is on whatever. He's won Champions League, brother. Even if it's not with us, he's got a CV that when he went to the negotiating table,
Man,
he
let's
said,
forget the CV thing.
here are my medals. You want me? What are you gonna do for me? That's why I said to these guys, when people say they're untouchable, I say, okay, then put your Premier League medals on the table. Let's see how untouchable you are. Oh, you don't have one for us? Shut up. You can't do that, bro. Like, a CV matters.
Brother, you see this guy here? He don't believe in CVs. Have to be. Because one have a better CV for Man United, the other doesn't. One is on 50K and one is about to get 120. Talk to me about what CV matters there, bro. Great one, come now, bro. And that benchmark that is setting by giving him 120 for Menu, dumbest benchmark ever. The benchmark should be Garnacho, bro. The benchmark should be Garnacho, 50K. 50K a week, bro.
That's what Garnacho's on, 50.
Bro, Garnacho's on 50K a week.
And people wanted to give Meno 130.
Brother, this is why I be telling men them, bro, they're moving mad. They want to pay players because they like them, bro. They're not paying players because they want to get better. You understand?
Play AFC.
Whether Garnacho or them getting sold, it don't matter, bro. What I'm trying to explain is you're going to give a guy 120K who has not even finished his first breakout season for United. He's not even finished it. It has half of the season to go. So if we give him 120K today and he get injured for another 6 months, brother, his breakout season would have been this for 120K. If he have a better season than that, you have to double his salary.
Yeah.
It's
like Shaw. How much are we losing on Shaw? Shaw's played how many games for us? And we're paying him, what, 250 a week?
Brother,
we pay Luke Shaw to play for England, bro.
In what reality? I don't know where you get this. I've never heard about this. Never. Not in the news, not from Plettenberg, not from Fabrizio, not from nobody, not even Ornstein and Chris Wheeler say this, bro. Where are you hearing this?
Let me holler Drix, bro.
Big up to
you see that 100K for England thing, bro. What? Okay, let's look at this. Let's assess the CV. What does this international have for England?
I don't know.
If I'm being
what the hell
what
that had to do with Man United? Who cares?
No. I'm just trying to be.
England don't win nothing
because he's played for England. I don't know what that means. That's like saying, I've played for Bafana, South Africa. I don't know what that means. So
yes, but our South African players are paid way too much anyway. Guys that play for Mamelodi Sundowns and stuff.
But I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to ascertain what being an international has to do with us. Good for you, but I want to know your CV has to be in terms of your personal success. These kids don't have a CV, bro. We can't do this.
They have no CV, bro. They have achieved nothing. They have achieved, bro. As a matter of fact, brother, I would have given Garnacho and Menu more because they won us the FA Cup last season. Their goals won us the FA Cup, brother. So if anybody had to get 60, 70, 80, then brother could say, hey, if I didn't score, would we have beat Man City? Think about it. Man, them expecting to give these young brothers 100K for 6-7 games of performances, bro, is crap. It's crap, bro. I can't hear it, bro. I will and tell me about a team that is win the Euros and win the World Cup, bro. Don't talk to them about a nation that hasn't won in about 20 years or 50 years or something like that, bro. Because, brother, in my lifetime, I haven't seen it. You dig? So, tell me, international for a country like Brazil, Portugal, Germany, maybe let's say France, let's say Argentina. These internationals, bro, they should be getting more money than England internationals, bro. Because they win shit for their national team consistently.
And in the last actively contributed, bro. Like, I know Garnacho plays for flipping Argentina, but he didn't win the things with Argentina. Like, people need to actually be honest with us and stop this thing that they're doing. That's all I'm saying.
You know why I just say I don't care about what players earn? Because I grew up in an era where players used to actually get paid less than what they was worth. You know what I mean? But we think about it like this, right? And hear him out on this, really hear him out on this, right? United is in a cost-cutting exercise. Yet you want to give a player 100+ K a week upgrade for his contract, and he has not even finished his breakout season. He has not won United a trophy. He's not the best player in his position in the league. He's not the best player in his position for Man United guaranteed week in, week out either. He's not shown that. The season has not finished. Yet we are asking, we want to just give these players money and we say, Shaw, bro, I don't rate Shaw. But guess what? It had seasons that Shaw was huge for Man United. As much as he injured as he is, he's been here for a decade working for Man United, bro. In that decade, he's had Shawberto Carlos seasons, as people would say. You know what I mean? He has done things for England national team. Done things. Multiple tournaments. Not saying he's better. You have to... Who's better than Ahmad? Brother, almost everybody have a better CV than Ahmad, bro, on the pitch with him.
But even if you want to compare within the season, that's a very low bar, guys. Like, do we not sometimes look up and realize that there's 12 other teams above our team when we're comparing scrubs to scrubs? It's
scrubs to scrubs.
Compare them with their peers in the same position. Then you have a better conversation.
This is the thing, bro. If we in, bro, I don't know how to explain it no more. All I'm just trying to explain is, I don't mind that he gets a contract upgrade. But the baseline, within you're saying we're in a cost-cutting exercise and all what they're doing, the baseline should be 50, 60K. The max line should be 80, 90. No more.
Well, like you said, the benchmark should be Garnacho.
Garnacho. This is why we signed him to this contract in February last year, bro. It's like, what are we doing?
At the end of the day, if they're chasing money, they can always go play in Saudi. That's an option, because
exactly.
Or they can go somewhere else if they want money. Yeah,
paying this wage for their lack of CV.
It's not Man United fault, bro, that they don't have the CV of a player like a Casemiro, bro. It's their own fault. These are the players on the pitch, and if they don't win us games and do their job, wherever we end up is the players' fault. Because they are the ones who kick in the ball, bro. The manager don't kick a ball on the pitch. The owners just sign their checks. True, so if these brothers don't win, don't blame Man United, Blame them. Fact. Because here why I say blame them, right? Chelsea buy a squad of players, right? That never played together before. That finished above Man United last season. In their first season playing together as a team. Imagine that. I don't hear any Chelsea fans saying that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What is Bournemouth's wage bill and what is ours? What is Nottingham Forest's wage bill? What is ours? And that's the difference.
No, well, I wouldn't think about it like that either. I mean, Bournemouth is never going to be Man United. You can't even fit the Man United fans that go to games in their games unless they're delayed by 8 games. One group a game. You don't understand what I'm saying? So for me, it's like small clubs are small clubs. They have to, no disrespect to them, but they have their own way of doing things to their level. They at their level, bro. We are Man United. When you tell me about decisions Man United make that will help us win, we're talking about the same decisions by Munich, Real Madrid, and maybe PSG. I don't know if PSG qualify because they never win anything in Europe. Maybe AC Milan and thing, Juventus. But these are the kind of clubs you have to quantify United against, not clubs like Brighton and Bournemouth and Aston and Villa and these clubs, because these clubs nowhere near it, bro. Fan base size, stadium size, history, they're nowhere near it. They don't have the pressure.
Mark, here's the thing, bro. I don't even have to compare these guys with other teams. I can compare them with ourselves because we have such a rich history of what we to expect from players that play for this club, bro. And these guys are just not measuring up to that. So that when people tell me 100K or this player gets abused, I'm like, do you think you're the first person? Do you think you're the last person in terms of, you know, the fans getting on your back? And have you performed to the level of people who actually built this club? Because you're benefiting from their success. That's the reason why the club is what it is today. And the only way the kids of the future are going to be able to say, I play for Man United, is if you perform and you're making a mockery of it. So with all due respect, I really don't give you know what about these players.
Brother.
They need to actually start performing. So yes, we don't have to. You can't compare them with Bournemouth. Okay, compare them with Man United, and it's even worse, bro. If you compare these United players with Man, it's even worse, bro. So
I mean,
let's not do that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So do you think Bruno deserved his new contract that he got?
If anybody deserve a new contract, if it wasn't Bruno, bro, who did? Let's be honest, bro.
Yes, the contract you got is two different questions. The contract that you got, no. Hell no.
No, the 375K.
Hell no.
I'm really feeling that. But what I would say, if anybody in the squad that for United and what they've done since they've been at United deserved an increase, was that guy. Because for 4 years, he basically was if we scored 2 goals, he scored 1.
I hear you. But again, if I'm going to do this properly, what are his peers doing and what are they on, bro? Because he might be good for us, but what our good is not good. Let's be honest. Our good is not good. It's
not that good right now, bro.
So when you've got people who are performing at the highest level, and Bruno is one of those people, but he's not delivering the same thing, I can't justify giving him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a new contract, Mark. It's the type of contract you give him. That's it. Just like when people say Kobe Mino, I'm not saying don't give Kobe a contract. I'm saying give him the right type of contract.
Okay, but what you got to look at too is you got to look at how Bruno is doing in a struggling Man United side. Everybody goes on about Bruno. Bruno doesn't do this. Bruno doesn't do that. But then you go now. Just bear with me here. You compare him to Silva and to Odegaard. He had more assists last season and goals than Silva and Odegaard in a struggling Man United side. So you got to look at that too. You understand? Anybody can look good. Anybody can look good in a team doing well. Anybody can look good in a team doing well. You understand what I'm saying? So you also got to look at how the team is, like we say, the team is performing. So for me, I think Bruno deserves it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, let's see. You know, Man United I'm going to put pen to paper today. That contract will be happening. So whether it's 90K or 120, it's already agreed. So guys, we'll be here for that. Of course, you will be hearing the announcement as Man United are getting ready to drop that information live like a bomb. You know, hopefully, you know, everyone appreciates it. Hopefully he performs to the level of the faith that is shown in him by this new contract given by the club. Of course, he has been showing good performances. He has been showing that he deserves to start as well. So we're not saying that he doesn't deserve an upgrade on his contract. You know, the debate was just saying that, you know, we need to keep it within the range that's reasonable, that keeps him hungry, but also gives him that benefit that knows that we appreciate him and we appreciate all that he's doing at Man United. Big up to everyone joining. Thank you so much for Vegeta coming in. Big up to Royden Frost in the building. Big up to Admiral Drex, Ricardo Pereira, the great one, Box, Fred the Red as well. Big up to Stephanie Griffith and everyone joining in the building today. I hope you guys had an interesting stream and got all.
Look what Box read. 7K. Yeah. Give that man a belt.
Liverpool and us are not the same, but guys, we look ridiculous when we're giving people money to fail. I'm just saying, you're basically rewarding failure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So true.
And this is why I say patience is key. And I've been saying it, I mean, I know man them feel I talking my standards lower, but we're not that team right now, guys. And I feel
we're
like
not
the
the
moment
we were
we
in
accept
1990s.
that, we will function as a united fan base again, because we are working back to being our best. Of course, it's going to take some time, even more time right now than it would have taken before. It will take, because we sacked the manager, we stopped and canceled the rebuild that was on for 18 months, and a brand new rebuild has been set again. Recently began. Manager's only been here for 8 weeks. So what I will say is, guys, be patient. Don't stress too much. And if you need some positivity, you'll always get it right here with your boy Mark N. Big up. Don't forget to check out Vegeta, Halftime with Vegeta, and the therapy session. Trust me, it will help you a lot. There's a lot of balanced arguments in that conversation as well. Big up to you guys.
Vegeta.
And we'll catch you later on.
Play them social loser.